Hi, it's Max back. My channel's called Dollar Tree Love, L-U-V, and my name is Max, as I said, M-A-X. And although it's called Dollar Tree Love, this isn't a Dollar Tree haul. It's going to be a grocery haul. I am doing my shopping every 2 weeks because of Rona V, and I went to Kroger this morning. I was horrified at the number of people not wearing masks. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm masked up, got my gloves, got my sanitizer. I'm going to do a bigger shop than I normally would. Now I'm going to have to buy fresh produce, obviously, but what I'll do is I'll go to the farmer's market in a neighbouring town to get that. But basically everything I've got here, plus what I've got in my fridge and in my freezer and my larder, I can make stretch for 3 weeks to a month. But first, I'm going to attempt a trick on live YouTube. Well, it's not live, but it's live to me. I don't know if you remember that in my only Dollar Tree haul, I bought this. The cream cheese, the cheesecake mix. What you get in this packet is 1 cup, if that, of confectioner's sugar. You have to add an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and you have to add a whole 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. So, will I be buying this again? No, I won't. It actually tastes okay. What you do is you mix the cream cheese, you whisk it into the powdered sugar, and then you add the other ingredient, and it comes out, just 1 second, like this. I already had the crust. The graham cracker pie shell came from the Dollar Tree. I will top it with strawberries and some jelly. But will I buy it again? No, I'm going to continue to buy the big packets from Kroger, which are $2 and something, because by the time you've added your other ingredients, it's not really worth it. So I fell for the cute packaging, but I won't fall for it again. That's a big no from me. Now, I'm going to attempt something on here. I have been buying these creme caramel mixes for as long as I can remember. I lived in Spain for 20 years, and this flan appears on every Spanish menu in every restaurant throughout the land. It's the most popular dessert in Spain. My kids love it and loved it when they were little because they were born there and grew up there. And I've been buying it here too. Now I bought 2 packets of that, and I've made one, and I'm going to attempt to show you. And if this goes wrong, I'll be so mad because I've been doing this for years. Okay, I've got my plate over my mold. Now I'm gonna tip it up, take my mold off. Okay, what you're getting here, I can't really hold it up, is you get the creme caramel. It comes with the caramel sauce, which you put in the mold first. Can you all see that? Yeah. It tastes delicious, and the only thing you have to add to it is a litre or a quart, 2 quarts, a litre of milk. And just a word about this mold. Can you see? If anything gets stuck, you just take that off, and it releases the suction. Never had anything stick in this, and you're not going to believe this. This mold, I bought it when I was in my early 20s for my very first Tupperware party. So it's 40 years old, and I've hoiked it from country to country, place to place. It's something I will never leave anywhere because I love it, and I've used it thousands of times, literally. So anyway, that's the product, the Royal Flan Mix. It's so easy. It sets in 30 minutes, and that's what it looks like if you like creme caramel, which I do, and so do my kids. Okay, so let me just dispose of that, put it over here. All right, so now onto the haul. I'm going to take this camera off because you don't want to stare at me. You want to stare at the stuff. Okay, so let's start. I got some spring onions. They were 2 for $1, and I use them a lot. I use them for garnish, I use them in salads, I use them a lot. I'm going to make a gazpacho later on in the week, so I got some vine tomatoes. These little things, these were 2 for $3, so $1.50 each. You can buy pudding mix, which is not a lot cheaper. These are delicious. Just add milk, no cooking involved, just whisking. They just taste a bit more luxurious than the normal pudding mix. So I got 2. I say I'm shopping for a bit longer, so I got 2 creamers. I just use the ordinary creamer. I don't like the flavoured stuff. A couple of avocados because they were on offer, 2 for $1. My favourite mayonnaise, which is the olive oil mayo from Kroger. I love this stuff, it tastes so good. Some condensed milk because, oh my goodness, I can eat this out of the tin with a spoon, and I will. No apologies. Butter. I got some cumin because I plan on making a curry later on in the week. Some half and half. I bought 2 of these, but one is open in the fridge. Then I got some strawberries, which I will slice and put on top of that cheesecake. And then I'll put some of that jelly that comes in a bag. I'll squeeze that over the top. Then, I got 3 cans of the Kroger whole tomatoes. They were 57 cents a can. There's my other Royale. I really do recommend that. I mean, it makes a good quantity, enough for 4 or 5 people. This is a staple in my house because I eat a lot of Indian food. And this is the hot mango chutney because I plan on making a curry this week. Then I'm an instant coffee drinker. I do have proper coffee here if I have guests, but I'm an instant coffee drinker, so I got 2 of those. This was a find to beat all others. This is very English. It's ploughman's pickle. And I found it in the reduced kind of aisle. It was 2 something, I can't actually remember, but it was $2 something, normally $5 something. So they only had 1, I grabbed it. We eat this with what we call a ploughman's lunch, which is different cheeses cut into chunks, some beautiful crusty bread, maybe some cold cuts, some pickles, and ploughman's pickle. I love it. These sauces are brilliant. I'm going to make a shrimp curry later on in the week for me. And so I will just put this in the saucepan, heat it up, shallow fry in butter, some shrimp, and add it to the sauce, serve it with rice. This is also for my Indian night. Just normal, unsweetened, whole milk yogurt, which I make what they call a cucumber raita, which is just a side accompaniment to curry. Meat. Oh, I struck lucky on this. This is Kentucky breakfast sausage. It's part of the Kentucky Proud range. This is normally $4.99. They had tons of it reduced for $1.99, so I actually bought 4 packs of this. I'm planning on making a breakfast casserole to take with us when we go on our holidays, and it will be sausage and what are those potato things called? I can't think now. The shredded potato. I can't think what they're called. And egg and cheese. Then I got the big family pack of chicken, which I've already separated. It came 5 breasts, and it was $10.19. But they're huge. They really are huge. I would be hard pushed to eat a whole breast. So what I do is before I cook them, I butterfly them and make them into tenders almost, and then we can just serve ourselves. Then I got the shrimp, which is a huge amount of shrimp, but this was on offer too. This was $7.99, which I didn't think was bad, because I will probably take out a dozen shrimp from here to make my curry. Then the other 2 fillets of breasts of chicken, when we go on our holidays, I plan on making chicken in a creamy spinach sauce with sun-dried tomatoes served on noodles to take with us, already cooked. So I got those noodles, which are the extra wide, which I prefer because they can coat more sauce that way. I always buy the big bags of sharp cheddar because I think the sell-by date is like used by the 25th of November. So I've always got one of these in my fridge. Then I got 2 packs of bacon, which was also on offer. I think it was $2 and something. I just put my finger over the lens. That wasn't clever. Sorry about that. Then here's a story. Extra virgin olive oil. This is, I think, 3 litres. And it was $19. I only use olive oil. I don't use any other oil at all. I lived in Spain, and we lived in an olive grove. And every year we'd harvest our olives. You wonder how you harvest an olive? Well, there, let me tell you. What you do is you put a tarpaulin around the tree and hit the tree, because they're stumpy little things, they're not very tall. You hit the tree with a stick and the olives fall on the tarpaulin. What we'd do is we would then take the olives to a local mill. Every town worth anything in Spain has an olive mill, and we would have them pressed, and we would get the olive oil back. So I'm fussy on my olive oil, and the extra virgin from Kroger is actually pretty good. It's that rich, dark, yellowy green colour, and I love it. It's pungent. I really do love it. Then I got this loaf of bread. I just thought, I don't normally buy that brand, but I just liked the fact that it said butter on it, because who doesn't like butter? And some dog food for my baby girl. I just had to give my son the last bag I bought for her, because she's not a fussy eater. So if she refuses to eat something, I know it must taste pretty bad, and she refused to eat the last bag I got her. So I got her that. It was actually on close down. It was $9. And I also bought her a big bag of her normal Abound, which is already opened and on the floor. There's one other thing I want to show you. I know they sell these in the Dollar Tree, but I buy these from Amazon. And they're excellent. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I've got one other thing which I forgot to take out. I'm just going over to my freezer. If I can find it, and it's on top, which it isn't. There we are. I did buy one other thing. See, this is so professional, isn't it? I thought I'd got everything laid out, and of course I don't. I did buy the wild Pacific salmon. There's 4 portions in this easily. I'm having a friend round to dinner on Friday. I plan on cooking her this salmon in the oven, and I will bake it with lemon pepper, and then I will bake some Mediterranean vegetables with garlic and serve it with a savoury rice. That, I believe, is that. Sorry if I'm shaking. It's screen nerves. But there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Tell your friends if you did. I've managed to get 7 viewers. I'm delighted. I'm ecstatic, except that 3 of them were friends of mine. Okay, I'll be seeing you next with the Dollar Tree haul. Bye.